Hello there. I'm Keo Cerrone Beatmaker, and welcome to the Monday Mindset Rants. And before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. And leave a comment with your thoughts below. And on this episode, we're going to discuss how do we guide one another towards self-discovery. And on this, he must combat these forces of evil through an active love which is deeply concerned and interested in each person's quest for self discovery. Dr. Leo, as warriors of light, love is our greatest strength in combating the evil forces that have tainted this earthly realm with their parasites of war, poverty, indoctrination, and mutilation. It is the tenets of our essence. Give weight to our light, warmth to its projection, and the ability to shine out the darkness. The three tenets of what makes humanity: the mind, body, and soul. These tenets that create the foundation within the individual's humanity allows for us to experience what the evil forces could never have and have forsaken or sold away, and that's being human. The most wonderful quest we have been blessed to live. Such a sacred quest it is to be alive, to be human, and such a quest must be protected. Protected by actualized individuals who are fully functioned within their personhood. To guide those who have lost themselves in the false reality, to regain and embrace their humanity within the essential reality, to embrace the philosophy of the art of living, to further their evolution of their individuality and humanity by being baptized in the journey of self-discovery. A journey that leads you to being the best version of yourself by being better than yesterday. And we must inspire our fellow man to rise to the occasion of their humanity, of their individuality, to shine out the darkness, to enlighten humanity's individuality within communities of unified morals and creeds, and to elevate our revolutionary growth of our mind, body, and soul. How do we guide one another towards self-discovery? That's quite a that's quite the challenge. in our current societal collapse. How do we guide individuals towards self discovery? How do we guide one another when such a journey is being manipulated and mutilated and what's the word I'm looking for? Mutilated with false pretenses and ideas and ideology and dreams. They have taken the journey of self-discovery, these evil forces, and they have twisted it into this homunculus of an experiment. And these forces of evil, they have their puppets, their influencers, their corporations, their generals, their senators, pushing a false discovery of self, a false discovery of individuality that has nothing of the individual and only the hive doctrine. A hive doctrine made so apparent nowadays, they're not even hiding it anymore. They don't care to hide it anymore. In their minds, they've already won. Such such narcissism of cruelty to take away self-discovery from the individual. You actively see it all around you. And it's a damn shame because here I am trying to say, how do we guide one another towards self-discovery when we can't even trust the very person next to us at times? It's I apologize, there is a helicopter. Apologize. There's a helicopter flying by. Didn't want you guys to hear all that. But as I was saying, how are we supposed to aid one another in self-discovery when they are actively trying to take it away from us? Not only from us, but from our children. There is literally a battle over self-discovery because With self-discovery comes individuality, and with individuality comes a person. A person is harder to control, but people, easy. So now you're seeing them actively force people, or I should say, actively force individuals into forsaking and abandoning their individuality for a false individuality as a people. You see it very apparent. The hive. They see the hive as individuality when it truly is nothing more than control, manipulation. They see it as self discovery when, as we all know what it is, indoctrination, mutilation, as it's becoming so apparent. So, how do we guide one another towards self discovery, towards true humanity? Many are speaking out, but is it enough? And I would say, is the way they're speaking out effective? Perhaps in some ways it is. But we seem to forget when speaking our messages to retain our self discovery that we cannot shame those who are too young and too foolish to know the difference. Yeah, I know it's, even for me, sometimes I try to remind myself that people are human. And when I notice and look at the world and look at people who are giving up their individuality for complacency or indoctrination or what have you, some people I see that as something that they are willingly choosing to embrace. And others, they're too young to know the difference. And you're seeing a trend going on with parents who are refusing their child's journey of self discovery in favor of promoting an agenda of discovery. It's disgusting and it's shameful and unethical. But then you see it no differently with the teenagers. You expect them to go to college to get an education that aids in them in understanding themselves towards their self discovery of who they want to be. But instead, they come home with no education, no prospects, but have completely drinking the Kool-Aid of the false reality and have completely devoted themselves to the agenda's self-discovery. And here we are amongst the embers of such stagnation. You know, it's funny how the journey of self-discovery is turning into a trend. People have forgotten what it truly even means because they've allowed the agenda to obfuscate the true meaning of self-discovery. And here we are, sitting at the edge of our seats at the end of an empire, and all we can worry about is our pronouns, our dating life, our social media, our first world problems as we tweet and TikTok and Instagram amongst a country with third world problems. As I always like to say, we are a first world nation with third world problems. And one of those third world problems is the identity crisis that you see going on right now. Why even words that I speak right now are considered a threat and be considered whatever phobia you want to call it. Yet here I am advocating for humanity's individuality. But with that comes accountability, that comes responsibility, discipline, motivation, inspiration, a willingness to live. And right now, many people, they don't want to live. They'd rather be on sleep mode. Or they even haven't had a chance to truly live because they're forced to live a life that's a lie. A lie that was put in place by the agenda, the matrix, the pharmaceutical, military, corporate, industrial complex. They see self discovery as a threat to their plans and aspirations. They wish so badly to be human that they have forgotten what it even means. So every plan they enact, every law they pass, it further and further erodes what it means to be human. And maybe that's it. Maybe I'm the foolish one here thinking they wish to be human, when in fact they want no one to be human at all. Well, that's pretty narcissistic if you ask me. And there's no room for self-discovery and narcissism and cruelty and selfishness. I know there are those with much stronger voices than mine who speak and advocate for such things. But either they're just not loud enough or they're being drowned out by the false cries of the false reality. It's hard to tell as the lines continue to blur, and those we thought were individuals turned out to be nothing more than an aspect of the hive mind. It's getting harder and harder to tell who's real and who's not. It almost seems as if and I was speaking about this the other day actually with someone. It almost seems as if the lockdowns or the pandemic, it had taken people who were just at the cusp of figuring out who they were, just at the beginning stages of their self discovery. And it was taken away from them in an instant and replaced with fear, propaganda, isolationism, Marxism, atheism, anti humanism. And here we are now, at the crux of the collapse and the birth of what? What will be left when all is said and done, and not much has been said, and nothing has been done? But they have made sure that nobody is capable of living their journey of self discovery. They have ensured that. The damage that has been done, damn if I know if it'll ever be able to be undone. I ask you again, how do we aid one another in self discovery? When every avenue that leads towards self discovery, with every word, they call it a threat, they call it a phobia, they call it harassment, they rewrite definitions. How do we combat such nefarious tactics? They are so dedicated to their own self destruction. It's almost admirable. You can't respect it, but you can damn well admire their drive. I don't know what else can be done, to be honest. And I'm not trying to sound black pilled or anything like that, but I don't know because Like the classic Amy Winehouse song, I can't help you unless you help yourself. And they are actively making it impossible to help yourself. So here I am, your humble Ronin, in my little corner of the earth, just smiling at you, hoping to inspire you to embrace the art of living. Right on, Pops. Right on. Like I always say, the destination determines the journey. And what destination have you chosen for yourself? The art of living offers learning and growth in love. For each day of practice in the art of living offers the opportunity to become more observant in your surroundings, perception, and experiences. Flexible in your abilities to handle unpredictable circumstances, criticisms, and life changes. More knowledgeable in your self awareness and in the world you inhabit. This culminates into strengthening one's ability to grow while changing how they learn in love. Such a way of life bears wonderful fruit of lived experiences, lessons learned, and the true discovery of an individual's purpose and being. For such discoveries are the purpose for being human. Live each day as a discovery of what it means to be the best version of yourself, to bring forth the mystery child within and uncover your potentiality. Potentiality that far exceeds the evil forces that dare to tear away your individuality, your discovery of what it means to be human. As Admiral David Glasgow Farragut once said, damn the torpedoes. Never let their evil hold you back from your individuality. Push forward against the forces of evil. Allow the battle cry of your individuality expressed through your morals and creed that are the embodiments of your mind, body, and soul. The tenets of true humanity. The forces of evil cannot comprehend such beauty, so they seek to take away the very thing that cannot be undone. Life. I'm not afraid to die. I'm afraid to deny myself the call to adventure, the call to seek my humanity. The self discovery of oneself guides others towards their self discovery of their humanity. This far surpasses anything that the forces of evil could tempt us with. There is nothing more sweeter than a life lived, nothing more fulfilling than being alive, nothing more rewarding than being a warrior of life. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Monday Mindset Rants. If you made it this far, please hit the like button and leave a comment with your thoughts below. And until next time, stay positive, stay focused, stay true, and much love.